Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Please introduce yourself to the members of the jury, spelling your last name for the record.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline Hunter. My surname is spelled Hunter.
Ms. Hunter, where are you from?
I'm actually originally from England. My parents are both there still now. They're actually royal correspondents for the Guardian newspaper. However, I wanted to get involved in the nitty-gritty news world, which is why I came to the United States.
What do you do for a living here in the United States?
Currently, I'm an intern at the Midlands Voice.
Now, have you held a job at all prior to the Midlands Voice?
Yes, I have. I actually used to work at Rock the World.
Now, when did you begin working at Rock the World?
It was back in 2009 now. I began on park cleanup. It was a less than glamorous job, let's say. Children vomiting wasn't the American dream I was exactly thinking of at first, but somebody had to do it, and that person was me.
Now, in 2010, were you still employed at Rock the World?
Yes, I was, and thankfully I was promoted to a floating rides operator. I used to cover for people if they couldn't come into work or if they wanted to take a break.
What training did you have as floating ride operator at Rock the World?
Actually, I never took any training for any of the rides at Rock the World. It was quite baffling, actually, considering how intricate each of the dashboards were for each ride.
What do you mean by the dashboards being so intricate?
Well, you see, not one ride was the same as the other. I mean, some had the go, the stop, the blackout mode lever, but each one was different to itself.
You've mentioned blackout mode. Are you familiar with that?
Yes, of course I am.
Can you explain to the jury what blackout mode is, Ms. Hunter?
Yes, certainly. It's like a maintenance mode. There's a lever on each ride, and when it's pulled, all the lights switch off. However, the ride keeps moving.
Objection lack of foundation. Can I be heard?
Yes.
This witness just testified that she received absolutely no training in operating the rides, so this no foundation has been laid as to her knowledge in this area.
Okay, response to that.
Your Honor, this witness testified that she was a floating ride operator. She can testify as to her, as what relates to her job-related duties that she performed in the year of 2010, pursuant to Rule 701. What the opposing counsel is arguing this time is weight, not admissibility.
Any response to that?
Yes, Your Honor. The fact that this witness just testified that she received absolutely no training in order to operate these rides, the foundation hasn't been laid that she would have the knowledge of this.
Are you disputing the fact that she was a ride operator, though, during her time there?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, so yeah, I think this is an issue of weight, not admissibility. I'm going to overrule it.
Yes, Your Honor.
No. Ms. Hunter, can you explain again for members of the jury what blackout mode is?
Yes, certainly. There's a lever marked maintenance on every ride, and when it's pulled, all the lights get switched off, hence blackout. However, the ride keeps moving.
I want to move to 2011. Were you still working at Rock the World?
Yes, I was, and again, I was a floating rides operator. However, I also began doing a little maintenance work myself.
What maintenance work were you doing?
Well, you know, these rides were more than decades old and often had some issues, so I took it upon myself to train so I could solve any problems that may arise.
What tools did you use to fix these problems at Rock the World?
There was repair equipment in the employee locker room, and I also carried around a knife with me. It had a blue handle. It was similar to like a multi-tool. It had pliers, a screwdriver, bottle opener, that sort of thing on the end of it.
I want to turn to 2012. Were you still working at Rock the World at that time?
2012, I was still there. This time, I was still doing maintenance and a ride operator, and I did the odd job for the park accountant, Haley Floyd.
How exactly did you aid Haley Floyd in the park's accounting?
Just on some odd jobs here and there, and I also helped with the wristbands, giving them to the ticket booth operator, Cameron Poole.
You just mentioned wristbands. Now, are you familiar with Whit Bowman?
Yes, I do know Whitney Bowman.
Was she ever working with these bracelets at Rock the World in 2012?
No, not that I was aware of. It was just Cameron Poole.
And in 2012, who was working the ticket?
Cameron Poole.
Your Honor, at this time, the defense has no further questions.
Okay. Cross-examination.